It's been that kind of day. So I'll stick these together. Yeah, my battery died on my new fancy dancy camera. I didn't realize that it was going to be that little. So anyway, I'm just going to keep going and I will edit this hopefully. So I bought this new one. It is all bark and no bite. I love the color. It's so pretty. And I think I'm going to spin this up next because I deserve it. All right. The next thing that I have. Yes, friends. Thank you. Come on back. Ridiculous. The next thing I got. Oh, and I just wanted to, let's see. I don't think I saved it. But I hope Shayla's back on here. She probably isn't because a million things happen. But I got a bag from Shayla. Hi, Bianca. Thanks for coming back. I got so much stuff that I'm just going to dump it all out on here for everyone to see. All right. So a while ago, I purchased something from Shayla. Black Pearl Magic. If you guys, I'll put her description, I'll put her information in the description box. But it was like a pinkalicious kind of super thing. So here is one of her amazing, amazing bags. Isn't that great? I love these. So here's the bag. It came with these awesome pink minis. And hi, Caleb. Hi. I know I am going to need something stronger. You know, it's just one of those things. Angie, you can never get one of Shayla's bags. Oh, well, I don't know what to tell. I think this was a pre-order. This was the smaller one of the pre-order because I didn't get in. You really need to, just get. I actually put the updates on my phone whenever Shayla put something up because I had a hard time getting one too. So so here's this with this. It came with this awesome little notions pad. And it has tea in it and my favorite kind of stitch markers and a thing like that. Here is her card. This is Shayla's card. She's a beautiful human being, I'm telling you. I know I say that every time, but I feel that way. I wouldn't steer you wrong. Then, oh, and this. I don't know if I ordered it or if I got it, but I got this one too. I think Shayla might have thrown that in there. She's so good. Hello, Florence. Nice to see you as well. So here's a cute little bag. But then I also bought, look at this little notions bag that she has. And she has these on her website. Isn't it great? So this will be a new notions bag for me. And then because I am constantly talking about Gage, no matter where I go, what class I talk about, whatever I do, I had to get these. Gage swatcher. Hi, Diane. Nice to see you. Yes. So I am part of the Faithful Gage Swatcher Club. And not only did I buy one, I bought 3 because I'm going to give 2 of these away. Maybe I'll give one away here. Do you know that this is my 25th podcast? And I got up to 2,500 subscribers. Isn't that exciting? I'm thrilled. I'm so thrilled. Maybe we'll give one of these away. Now I have to think about it. So that was my haul from Shayla. Oh, and I also got this. On Wednesdays, we craft pink. That actually was part of the Pinkalicious set. I have lots of stuff. You know, with this Hello yarn that I found, it comes with this tag. And look, the tag says fiber colorway, WPI, weight, length, and notes. Isn't that great? So you can add this onto when you have this spun up. And I bought two. This is where my camera clicked out before. I bought two. 4 ounces usually gives me, if I'm spinning a 2-ply, it usually gives me about 400 yards. So if I wanted to make something, you know, use it for color work or knit an entire sweater with it, you know, I would need 8 ounces. I would need more than 8 ounces, but you know what I mean. So I'm going to close this up again. You know, I want to start spinning this later. It's Friday night. It's going to be a crazy Friday night at the McAlinden house. Okay. So here's the other one, because I did get two. This one has, look at this pretty purpley. Oh, I see it's in here too. Look at these. Aren't they great? You're swatching again on your shorties instead of the other way to swatch in the round because you like it on the shorties. I like it on the shorties. I absolutely love, and I don't have them with me, but I do have my Gage swatch. Let's talk about Gage again because why not? When you are knitting a sweater in the round, when you're following someone else's pattern, and they have, you know, their gauge, you have to gauge in the round. And there's lots of ways to do it. I prefer to use my Chigu shorties, which, you know, are for, collars, cuffs, and sleeves. But I can put 60 stitches on here and knit this in about, you know, half an hour, and I can get an accurate gauge swatch. So yeah, they're pretty colors, right? So that's why I love my shorties, not just for the cuffs, collars, and sleeves, but also for my gauge swatch. Now, when I first started using, I've said this in the past, so if you're new, welcome. Please hit like and subscribe. But what happened to me was, and although these little tips are absolutely adorable, what was happening was it hurt my hands because it's kind of an awkward feeling. So what I figured out is that on one side, I use the longer tip, and on the other side, I use the smaller one. And that allows me to just have you know, the smallest amount of stitches on there. So that's my little tip. Let's see, what else did we do? It's different. I can already see. So you're doing size 3 needles. Okay, perfect. Gage, Shayla, Gage, baby. I know, I bought 3. Did you think I was crazy when my order came through? I had to buy 3 because, you know, I'm doing these knit-alongs now, and I'm doing, you know, lots of them, which is exciting. You know, I have knit-alongs now scheduled out through the end of the year, and it's just so important so that you get something that's going to fit you. Why would you go through all the trouble if it's not going to fit you? And it only takes, you know, a half an hour to an hour. And then, oh, and you can see on here, I'm just going to bring it home with this glorious gauge here, is you can see that I started my gauge on a different needle. This is, I started on a size 6. And then I switched to the 5, which is actually what it's going to end up being. And I just did a row of purl to delineate the difference. Now, bad knitter, I did not block this, but I had a feeling, since that the number 5s were going to be it, and they were, and there are other people in the knit along, and they, on the Suburban Stitcher sock, which they purchased from the same batch, they're using a size 5. So I kind of skimped a little bit, just a wee little bit, but it's okay. Isn't it great? I love the little speckles. Okay, so there's that. So I talked about my purchases. The Andean plying tool was purchased by on Etsy. It was very inexpensive, which is great because now I have 2 that I probably won't use. And no, I will. I just will be more mindful of winding it on, because while it looked like I was doing it right, something happened and it didn't work out. So I know it was my first time, and I'm going to practice what I preach, and it is practice, practice, practice. Practice makes perfect. So that's what I'm going to do. So, so I purchased this on Etsy from the Fiber Ranch. So there you go. If you are so inclined to purchasing one of these. It also, now that we're in a secret club, we know what this means. And if you were not on the first stream that I had to stop, because, well, I didn't stop, I got kicked off, then, oh, Valerie is so sweet. Don't forget that thumbs up. You're so nice. This is supposed to look like your hand. When you Andean ply, you do it on your hand. And you wrap it around your middle finger. So this little peg here is the middle finger. And so I had said to everyone else that was on the other live that when I'm mad at my kids, I'm just going to do this. And it's like giving the middle finger. So now you're all in the club too. That's ridiculous. Okay, so behind me is the lovely behind me is Knit a Rainbow in the summer version, which has short sleeves. I have decided to just, put different sweaters up there. I love it. I love putting this stuff up there. I think it looks cool. You always have to, Bianca has to size down needles as she's a loose knitter. She always gauge swatch to see what the fabric looks like. Yeah, and you know what else gauge swatching does for you? It actually allows you to learn about the yarn, right? So if you have never used a yarn with linen in it, it's a little bit splitty. So doing the gauge swatch taught me that I was going to have to just pay a little bit of attention and dig my needles in a little differently than I would if I were working with a single ply yarn, or if I were working with a different, a different type of yarn. So the gauge swatch actually tells me how I can, how I'm going to use the, how I'm going to work with the yarn, right? Now, also, when I do my gauge swatch, I measure it before I launder it and after I launder it. And the reason why I do that is to see, does it get longer? Does it get shorter? Am I going to freak out when I wash it and it's, it's 30 inches long, but then it's going to, it shortens up a little bit after it dries? Every time I block, a wet block, a garment that I have made in superwash wool, it's gigantic when it comes off, when it comes out of the water. But as it dries, it shortens up a little bit. So, so that's always, I know, I look at my gauge swatch and I know, okay, it's going to shrink up because it did it before. So that's, that's a little trick that I use. So, so that's about gauge. Valerie, feel free in the comments if you want to talk about you have a Zoom that you invite everybody on. I don't remember what day it is. Might be Saturday or Sunday, that you have just an open Zoom that people can come, and it's a nice community where people come and knit. So feel free to stick that in the comments if you'd like. That really, it was going to be a pretty quick one. I am going to be at Forever Yarn in Doylestown, Pennsylvania tomorrow, teaching the Knit to Fit class from 11 to 1. I think so, 11 to 1. And then afterward, I'm going to be there with my my samples, and people can come and look at my sweaters, and I'll be there to help shop for yarn and, have a bunch of fun and hang out with everybody at Forever Yarn. So I'm so excited to teach again tomorrow, and I'm just looking forward to spending time in a yarn shop. It really gets me excited about knitting. So that's pretty much what we have. Hi, James. How are you? Nice to see you. Let me just make sure anybody else is here. You know what I was going to do? Because I see Caleb is here. I was going to put the new, there's a new test knit that's going to come out. It was supposed to come out today, but I got sidelined. So I'll probably post a photo of it. And it's a DK exploded lace top-down sweater that I have been waiting for everyone to get. I'm so excited. And then it's made out of cake wool in her MCN, and it's DK. And I'm actually going to go and do a live podcast with Alyssa of Cake Wool the last week of April, the last week of April. So, the pattern is going to go out to test knitters probably on Monday. So keep a lookout on my Instagram. I'm Kimberly McAlinden over there. And you can get that. It's exciting. All right. Oh, do we have more? Hi, Bianca. Forever Yarn is just perfect, isn't it, Shayla? I love that place. I wish you could come up for the day, but I know you're busy. Okay, so that's it. I hope that I know I'm telling you, I'm in a little bit of an emotional hangover because it was so fun and exciting last night and nerve-wracking. And thanks, Bianca. She can't wait for the lace sweater. And it's been great. I'm excited for all the things that are. Oh, and I forgot to tell you. So I hired a photographer to photograph some knits for my Instagram and for my pattern pages. So it is me as the model because I like, I'm making the sweaters for me. And so we did that. We went to a park. So I was outside around people. So I was feeling a little nervous, but we'll see how they come out. I'm going to look them over Monday. And so we'll see how those come out. I'm going to trust the photographer. You know how sometimes you look at pictures of yourself and you're like, oh man, I just don't look good. But I'm going to trust her because we all have insecurities about ourselves. But, if she says that's a good picture, and so we'll see. Oh, thanks, Shayla. Beep. I live on a busy street, so I'm always hearing traffic. It's actually kind of like the ocean to some people that lulls them. The traffic kind of lulls me. I love the noise of the traffic. So anyway, we'll be seeing those photos. I'm really, really excited and a little nervous at the same time. But that excitement and nerves, your body has the same exact reaction to that. So I tried, and I would tell my kids when they were young, when they would say, oh, I'm so nervous. And I'd say, no, you're excited. And they would be like, I'm excited. Like when they were going to school and stuff, I'd say, no, it's the same feeling. So just turn those words around and say that you're excited. And my daughter would be like, I'm so excited to go to school. Oh man. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You are all so nice and kind and sweet. But I can't wait to get back to my plying, and I have a little bit more computer work to do, and it's Friday, so I want everyone to have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and just know that I am here for you to bring a little bit of sunshine into your day. And you know what? Even when days are gray, there's always the hope of sunshine, right? And if you're losing hope, pick up a rainbow, knit a rainbow, draw a rainbow, crochet a rainbow, but find the light, find the people that bring the light. And there's always hope. There is always, always hope. So have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. I thank you for spending this time with me, and I will see you next week. Take care.